What's up, friends? It's time for another LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed video. Today we're talking about BRIXPEDITION. There was just a Q&A on Discord with Gameloft devs. I don't know why they do everything on Discord. Like, it would be so great if they had all the information available on, like, yeah, sure, the Q&A on Discord, but, like, why not post it to their website, like the official website? Why not post, like, all this stuff in-game so that everyone can see it instead of, because not everyone uses Discord, that's the thing. So it's like, yeah, sure, you post it and like 100, 200 people see it, and then like, what about the other? They said that 2 million people downloaded the game, so why post it to 200 people when 2 million people are playing and they would want to know the information, right? That's what I'm curious about. Like, I don't know why they keep doing it on Discord. Why not post, at least if they're going to do the Q&A on Discord, post the information in the game for everyone else to see, or on the official website, and then be like, post a little thing in the inbox, be like, hey guys, we have information on BRIXPEDITION. Go to our website and see all the information there. Like, why not do that? That seems like a no-brainer, like super easy, super great idea. I hope they change it to do that in the future so that everyone can see all this information instead of having to be on Discord and be there at the right time to see it. Anyway, that's you know, I'm gonna complain about something every single day. So let's move on. So basically, there was a Q&A session on Discord about BRIXPEDITION. I'm very excited about this game mode because it doesn't use any extra energy, and it's things that you don't just loot it and then you're done with it and you're like, oh, I beat this node, I beat this thing, this event that came in, I beat it last week, so I'm just gonna loot it now, and then that's it, and then it's 5 seconds of the game, and it's okay, I'm done. Let's do arena. So it's actual gameplay. So. It's going to change every week, and it's just, I'm more excited about it because it's just more gameplay, and I like more gameplay. Anyway, as I was saying, there was a Q&A on Discord. Vega, this is the third time you're trying to start the sentence. There's a Q&A on Discord. I'm just going over a recap of all the important points, the questions and answers that Gameloft answered. And then also some of the screenshots that they shared for BRIXPEDITION. I'm just going to go over that just in case any of you may have missed it, may have not been on Discord, etc., right? Not showing you anything that like is not available if you just go log into Discord and you like read through the chat and stuff like that. All the stuff is publicly available through there, so I'm not like showing you any magic anything, right? So anyway, let's get it started. Beggar, please, yes, stop talking. Show us the things. So this is in the event campaigns. Right now, it's, I assume that's just, like, event is the event campaigns, right? Is that what it, if we go to event, that's the event campaigns? Shows the same screen? Yeah, it's the same screen. Nice. Nice too. Okay, so when we go here, surprise guide, BRIXPEDITION, that's just the picture. And you see a brand new set as one of the pieces there. Like, they have a little pink thing to cover up something else that's on the screen, but you see one of the sets that's going to be available, because there's going to be several sets. That's one of the things from farming BRIXPEDITION, and it's going to change every week. Like, every week, it's going to reset BRIXPEDITION, and you're going to do another BRIXPEDITION. We'll get into that in a bit, but yeah, one of the new sets. So there's going to be several new sets for units available through BRIXPEDITION that should potentially make things very much more exciting. And Ninjago, I mean, just based on the Ninjago set, there's also going to be a space set. There's also going to be a city set. Not that the space and city are very strong right now that you want to like build space and city teams, but at least the Ninjago, a set for Ninjago is awesome because a lot of people are excited about building Ninjago teams. So there's that for that. So this is the screen when you go into BRIXPEDITION, and one of the things to note is that there's two paths, or there's different paths that you can choose. I don't know, like, progressing further to the right if it's going to change more, but there are several paths that you can choose, and you got to decide what you want more. Like, do you take the top path? Do you take the bottom path? Do you want the things on the top more, or do you want the things on the bottom more? Like, for example, we have a set piece at the top and we have the businessman trend piece at the bottom. Is like, do I want to take the top path? And because you can't take both, right? You can't take both. So as soon as you choose the top path, okay, the bottom path is blocked. You can't get those things in this current BRIXPEDITION, right? Next, you know, in a week from now, like, this starts every week. There's a new one every week. So after the first week, it resets, and it's a new BRIXPEDITION with new nodes and everything, and new units that are going to be good in it and bad in it. but you can only choose one path. So if you want the, like, for example here, if you want the city set, then you would go on the top. If you want the businessman trait, take the city set, don't take the businessman trait. If you want the businessman trait, you'd choose the bottom path, and then you can, you can keep switching from the bottom to the top, from the top to the bottom. So we see here, and also all foes gain 20% attack for the entire battle. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, there's also a button over here. I'm sorry. Excavation. Over here. I think this is based on the all foes gain 20% attack. I think that's something from the Excavation. So the Excavation here is another screen which it will go to. And of course, as the other, like in the other modes of the game, like it will get harder and harder and harder as you progress throughout it. But one of the interesting things is the BRIXPEDITION will change based on your power as a player. So the stronger you are, the stronger the enemies in BRIXPEDITION are. So that's kind of cool. And then you see another event pieces, not event pieces. Currency at the top. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's go on to the next screen. Next screen is, okay, so this is the, over here, Excavation. So this is where you go into the Excavation mode. And then I think that pink thing is, again, oh, you guys can't see. Oh yeah, you know what, I'll just use my mouse. The pink thing, I think, is also, they said that there's a guide for BRIXPEDITION. And I think they kind of alluded to it in one of the questions. This is, I think they're just covering up the guide, the dude that's going to be guiding you through the event, or the game mode. So this is map bonuses. So the thing is, there's also another picture here that goes along with it. If you use your units, like whatever units you don't have built, you're like, oh, these are poo-poo units. If you use your the poo-poo units, the units that you don't plan on playing through BRIXPEDITION with, like all the extra stuff, right? If you use them, you can assign them to Excavation, and then it strengthens the rest of your team that you're going to be actually fighting BRIXPEDITION with. So you can kind of send them out on, like, it's almost like sending them out on side quests to strengthen your normal team. So this is actually correlates to this thing right here. So the more units that you send out and the higher awesomeness they have, the stronger, the more buffs it gives for your team throughout the course of the BRIXPEDITION. So that's that, and then also there's extra awesomeness for each of these tags. Right, you get extra bonuses based on what those are. So now we're just going through, and I'm just going to be reading off a lot of the questions and answers that they had here. It's just a recap. Again, if you want to see it, you always go and download Discord and check the Discord. But I'm just going to go over the recap of this. I'm Ryan, the lead game designer on LEGO Legacy, my role in the project, blah, blah, blah. Next big thing for us, it's been somewhat of a labor. Love that Kate and I started discussing a while back, etc., etc., etc. So BRIXPEDITION is a time-limited weekly game mode which features challenging maps that reward set and minifigure tiles, coins, XP, and relics. BRIXPEDITION maps have multiple paths that provide unique rewards, requirements, and challenges, so choose your paths wisely, which we discussed. Hero and foe minifigure health is persistent between battles and refreshes every day. Persistent between battles. I think we mentioned this before in a previous video talking about this, but you really want to go through it with, like, tanky units, with a lot of heals, with very safe teams, because if you go through it with all squishy DPS units, like, oh, I could just blow through this, got a bunch of DPS units, you go to the next battle and you're like, they stay at the same amount of health. So if they took a couple hits, they stay at the same health. So a lot of people have been kind of speculating, and probably correctly speculating, that units like Aurora and like Yuppie are going to be very strong. Healer's going to be very strong. Any healers that you have built or revivers are going to be very strong. But there are also med kits. There's something else that they're doing, that they have med kits, so you can give your units med kits and heal them up as well. So there is that. There's like another method, instead of like, oh no, will one of my units die with, really low in HP. You could use a med kit, which I think they're going to have in the stores. I think they're going to have the med kits in the guild shop, and possibly available for gems. I don't know. It may be discussed here in a second. I gotta hurry this up. In 10 minutes. Oh my, there's so many slides. Anyway, let's continue. Hero and foe minifigure is persistent between battles and refreshes every day, so maybe bring some healers. Your less than experienced minifigures may not find a place on the front lines yet, but they can help your best team by joining the Excavation, which I mentioned. A new feature built for the BRIXPEDITION, the Excavation, provides huge milestone bonuses to your battling, I was going to say bathing minifigures, no. By adding minifigures. There's a lot of details in the feature. We're excited to hear your questions. So here's some questions and answers. This is just an answer. No new heroes via BRIXPEDITION. That's the first one. I don't know why I didn't include the whole question and answer on that, but what are the relics? Are they anything like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes relics. Sorry, I'm traumatized by that name. Just a simple currency like all of our other game modes. I think there's something in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I play like a long time ago. I played that game for like a week, so I don't know anything about the relic system that they have there. But yeah, apparently there was people that are like, "Oh, relics are bad in that game." I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, but I know a lot of you play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, or at least have, right? Milestones will be accountable as singular or guild-wise, so these are all single milestones. They're not shared by the guild. How does BRIXPEDITION scale? By total awesomeness, top 25 minifigures, top team. How does reward scale? Will required awesomeness to reach the bonus tier scale based on something. At the beginning of every BRIXPEDITION, we look at how powerful your top 5 are, what their ability and gear stats are, and we take your top set. So it scales based on your power as a team. What teams, sub-themes, or main factions will be especially helpful for BRIXPEDITION? All of them, it rotates weekly. So they also mentioned that they wanted to make it like pretty flexible as to what you use for the first BRIXPEDITION, like for the first few of them. And then remember, it resets every week, so it's going to change every week. And then you may see like some like, oh, it's one where it's city themed and city is strong, and then like, oh, the next one is Ninjago is strong, and then the next one is Pirate strong, and then the next one Castle is strong, and et cetera, et cetera. And then it goes back to like city strong after that, right? So it rotates every week, and then like you'll see like previous ones coming in the future every week. So next question: any exclusive heroes via BRIXPEDITION? There will be exclusive sets unlocked through BRIXPEDITION. Like we said, that city set and the Ninjago set. Very excited about the Ninjago set. I got some Ninjago units at 7 stars. Very excited about Jay. Very excited. Cole, please, Cole. Master Wu, please. That would be very nice. Thank you very much. Very excited to... Please, I have them 7-starred. I didn't work on the Pirates as much as I worked on Ninjago. Please, game it off, please. Anyway, yeah, very excited about the Ninjago set. I'm going to be super hyped about that. But yeah, you can get some pieces from some existing heroes, like we saw Businessman Shred. I think there was a Cook Bart in there too. But there's those are just existing pieces for existing minifigures, and then the sets are new sets available via BRIXPEDITION. So I feel like I would just go for the sets, man. Like more than the units, right? More than the minifigure pieces. Release date, we're about halfway through Q&A now, so the next couple of weeks. Very exciting. Keep teasing us with it, man. So weekly is going to be factions, like one is city, etc. Built it with that functionality. First will be a bit general, and then focused on factions later, and focused on each faction, which I mentioned already. Does BRIXPEDITION use energy solely based on the health and life characters for progression? Does not use energy based on your hero's health. How long is it going to last? We will have them on a weekly cycle, so each BRIXPEDITION will be 7 days. Jaber Cyberdragon? Jay Cyberdragon, yes. It's neither confirmed or denied, but it's in there. It's already in the picture. That's an official picture done by them. So yes, that is coming, and I'm excited about the other new sets. I want to see what other new sets there's going to be in there as well. And there's also going to be a BRIXPEDITION shop as well. Follow-up questions: have very 5 strong heroes in terms of awesomeness. Scarlet Bot have incredibly high awesomeness, but after my top 5, I don't have amazing heroes. That's gonna happen with a lot of the people that like wailed on Scarlet. They were like, I need Scarlet. They went crazy, like making sure she was 7-starred, like spending $200, and then like the rest of their stuff. I saw some people's accounts where it's like 7-star Scarlet and everything else is like 4 stars. Like, ooh. That's okay. I see what happened there. Will be feasible if played properly. Should we try to keep our roster balanced? 5-star, 6-star, etc. Good question. Scaled to your best team, so you can try to beat it with a once primary team. There are mid kits to keep them alive, but the best strat is to keep a deep collection, especially in the later maps. So this is kind of counterproductive to like the way that like if you're trying to spend very little money on the game, you're like, okay, I'm trying to be low budget. just building my core team of like, and that's really what you should be doing. You should be building, like, focusing just on one team, not trying to build everything, right? Just focused on like a certain set. But this one is like, oh, if you wail and you build everything, you have a distinct advantage. So keep that in mind. I mean, I'm just trying to be honest about it, right? I'm just trying to be honest. Don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, to build a deep collection, but to build a deep collection requires you to keep farming, to keep refreshing your stamina, you know, not stamina, energy, same thing. To keep farming more pieces, to open some bags, to upgrade some units. So yeah, a deep collection is not very easy to obtain for people that are on a budget. So that's the unfortunate thing, that the people that spend more are definitely going to be able to enjoy this content more. I'm just trying to be honest, right? Will BRIXPEDITION allow us to give and receive help from guildmates? You'll be able to use your guild's shared heroes to help your fighting team. And it's going to be also, there's not going to be, if you use them 3 times in BRIXPEDITION, you can also use them 3 times in the regular campaigns. So just FYI, I don't know if I included that piece in there. I probably did, but just FYI. Daily reset and a weekly reset to a different faction, 1 reset per day. Daily reset on all of your minifigures and 1 manual reset if you're unable to finish the map but still want to farm coins, XP, and other tiles you haven't already unlocked. So this is also going to be a nice way to farm coins and XP, and there's no energy there that you need. So it's just extra. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm struggling with coins right now. So this is definitely great. Definitely a great way to extra coins. How difficult is it intended? Is it something most dedicated players will... Hey, it's Bulldog. Is that Bulldog? What's a Bulldog? Most dedicated players will complete, or is completing meant to be a huge accomplishment? There are multiple maps, each one harder than the last. Our goal is beating the last day as hard, even those of you at level 50. It will scale based on your awesomeness as a person, not even minifigures. No, I'm just kidding. It's minifigures. Are there enemies based on... You're like, Bego, you go do terribly. You're very lame. I'm like, I know, guys. I know. Are the enemies based on arena teams, PvE, handcrafted teams, random characters? Technically, all of them, depending on the battle of foe. See, I don't understand this question, like, based on arena teams. Like, arena teams are basically the same teams as you see in campaign missions, so I don't understand why it's like... It would be the... I assume it would be the same, because I don't really understand the question. So yeah. I mean, it's just teams based on whatever the team is, right? They would have teams, maybe they have pirate teams, or maybe it's all mixed up. Just like regular arena, right? Okay, so if I understand correctly, someone with 1.3 million awesomeness level 50 will get same rewards as someone level 50 with 400k awesomeness, provided they both beat it all. Yes, scaling based on your top 5 minifigures, and I think so total rewards will be based on that team, so collection total doesn't mean that much, but team does. Then we have, will progression be persistent? So this is actually, they edited this in a second. So this is incorrect. In other words, if you get to level 3 and the next time it returns, will you continue where you left off, or... No, not this one, never mind. Forget that. That was another one. Each new BRIXPEDITION is its own instance, so after a week, you'll be simply starting a new BRIXPEDITION with new rewards, missions, and more. Every week, you start level 1, it's a new BRIXPEDITION. The next week rolls over, okay, next BRIXPEDITION, you start level 1. It's not like your whatever you beat, like the normal events that we have. It's not like where you're like, oh, the next time this gold event rolls around, I can already see that I beat the first 6 levels of it, so I could just loot the one at the end. It's not like that. You're always doing it. Like every week resets to level 1, and you're gonna farm all the way through it. Next question. You say beating the last day is hard. Does this mean that each map opens day by day? So, are we able to do all 7 if we log in the last day, or does it require a daily login? Each map unlocks day by day in the BRIXPEDITION if you end up joining on the last day. See, I'm bummed about it. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to do 1 a day. That's lame. In the BRIXPEDITION, if you join on the last day, you'll be able to play through all the maps, assuming you can survive the gauntlet. Will there be a rotating hero minifigure that would incentivize you to use them, like special buffs or abilities? Think less used ones. Both Excavation and Fights have the ability to reward you for using specific minifigures tags. That's also shown... let me make sure I don't lose my spot. That's also shown here, where there's awesomeness for each of these tags, Attacker, Ninjago, Pirate. So it's going to rotate, of course, in every BRIXPEDITION. It's going to be different, but it's going to show that certain units have more incentives to use them. Like, eventually there's gonna be a space one. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, you stick my space units in there. That's really the whole thing, though. Is this whole BRIXPEDITION is there's always gonna be new things that's gonna be an incentive to use this other new team. They want you to be able to, they want you to use all of the non-meta arena units for more stuff. So it's kind of the point here, to make you build everything. Great. More projects. If you have a tier on Excavation, does that lock them out for your fighting team for the maps? It does lock them out for that chapter. In the next chapter, they're available at the end to be used in combat or in the Excavation again. Right, so if you have one thing in the Excavation, you can't use it for your battles. Will the missions be the same every week or change, as in are we expected to see the same set of missions over and over again, completely different on a weekly cycle? Preset, bunch of templates made. Some of the nodes, 50%, feature random teams from the leaderboards. In the regular game mode, you can use guild support units 3 times a day, limited in BRIXPEDITION. Limits are not shared between game modes. You use a hero in a campaign map. You can still use the BRIXPEDITION. I mentioned this already before. What else? Additionally, I heard that Johnny Thunder has some kind of non-player role in his mode. Can you confirm, deny whether he will be in here? Johnny who? I think you mean Johnny Lightning. So, by the way, Johnny Thunder is, that's Johnny Thunder. And I think that's probably the unit that they are, see, I didn't know who that, I didn't know who that was when it was, when they were talking about it first, like a few weeks ago. I was like, who's Johnny Thunder? I don't know who Johnny Thunder is. After the week begins, if I upgrade my top 5 characters, will difficulty scale at the same time? So it's gonna keep changing I just may as well read it. Stay the same for that week. When the next BRIXPEDITION starts, it will use the new improved top 5 hero awesomeness to determine the difficulty. It's gonna keep resetting, not just the first time, right? Not just like it always recalculates. If I start a BRIXPEDITION node, get horrible RNG and retreat. So this is the one they actually made a mistake in their response here, and we'll see the edited response. Horrible RNG and retreat. Does the fight save, or does it revert to pre-fight status? And can I reattempt? Are nodes ever loaded with pep to make them harder? Does our hero peps remain if I take the Redbeard first node to get his alt pep high? Take him back for the last fight. Is this saved? If I enter a node with a sacrifice team, making enemy use all their abilities, is this saved for the next fight? And then they said, the fight does save, so if you bail the first fight, the health does not remain persistent. Pep and cooldown are not persistent between battles. Sorry guys, I got twisted up because it's worded weirdly. Let me give you an example, right? If you start a battle, like for example, like one of the later nodes, if you start a battle with 75% health and 75% pep at the beginning of the battle, and then you start taking damage and you start dying, you're like, uh-oh, I'm at like 20% health. You exit out. You start the next, you try it again, you start the battle again, you're like, maybe I'll get some better RNG. You're starting again at 75% health and 75% pep, not the 20% or whatever that you were like almost dying and you like when you exited out. You're starting the initial, when you started the first time, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helps. I got a little confused because it's worded weirdly and it's like, wait a second, what? So anyway, moving on. Will the new sets be available through farming the new BRIXPEDITION map, or will be available to be acquired through the new shop? Not necessarily, at least for the next batch. They want you to farm it through BRIXPEDITION optimally, and then in the future they're going to release more stuff through other avenues. I see in BRIXPEDITION map the path takes you to a set piece. Are we being presented with route options, or are we allowed to, that's not, okay, to complete all the map, both left and right routes. Once you pick a route, that is your path, so you need to choose the route towards your most, I already mentioned this, actually, but just a recap. More info on rewards gives us an idea of what we can get each week. Aside from the tiles in the map and relics, there will be a substantial amount, and relics are what you spend in the BRIXPEDITION shop. It's a substantial amount of coins and minifigure XP. I don't care as much about the XP as I do about the coins, because coins you need a billion of, and XP is like, if you get like one XP pack, it's like, you got enough for a while. But coins, it's like, you need 5 billion coins, really. What is in the relic shop? I'm not going to tell you exactly. A good combination of sets and minifigures and other resources. I assume that it's just the same as like the other pieces of like the other shops, like anything like guild shop. Like I just assume that it's like just like that stuff. So not those specific things, but like the other shops, like this different maybe gear, maybe units, and maybe pieces for different sets. Right? I'm just saying the same thing that they just said. Okay. Anyway. What level and gear and star level affect the excavation phase at all? It's based on minifigure awesomeness, so yes, so just all of them, right? And tag bonuses that are set up in the BRIXPEDITION, as we can see. Let me make sure I go back here. Yeah, all your awesomeness is what counts. So just everything that makes your unit more awesome is going to add up to your extra excavation points. So, what else do we have? Is the map the same for everyone in a given week? If a player determines the best route to take, can they read that information back to the guild, or is it individually randomized? Same maps, same reward tables, same excavation bonuses, same mission modifiers. Because the feature scales with you, rewards and difficulty, the battles will be somewhat unique for each player. Note that some battles will be the same, and we hope to see you all coming up with strategies about how to beat them. Spend more money. Oh, wait, that's... That's always the strategy, isn't it? That's always the strategy. Will minifigure be locked from other modes if you use them in extraction? I think he means excavation. You won't be able to use them to fight in the BRIXPEDITION, but you can still use them in all the other game modes, like, for example, campaign, arena, and then the other events, whatever other events are going on, or challenges or whatever. So it's not like... just but I see what he's saying. Like, if you use them for excavation, are they like sent out and then like they're not in your account for the time being? But no, they're not. I mean, they're still in your account. They're still able to be used for other stuff. Why do I feel the need to just say what Gameloft said again? They said it fine the first time. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. Is the excavation team set for multiple battles or one set at a time? If your team dies, can you reset the excavation team to use them to battle, or is it locked for that node set? Once you assign heroes in excavation, they are locked for the day, so you'll be able to take them out for the fight if all your fighting heroes die. So you can't like be like, oh, everyone died. Let me go back and take all these units out of excavation, try the node again. Like, no, you can't do that. If I have been concentrating on one group, i.e. pirates, are my other minifigures going to be any use? Absolutely. Our goal is to make all the minifigures in the game, including Kelvin. Yes. Lols. Will there be any way to refresh heroes with gems once they die? This is about the medkits. Like you would with nodes, you can use medkits to heal any dead or injured heroes. You can get medkits in the guild shop and some other locations too. Will level cap increase come with BRIXPEDITION? No, the expansion is in our roadmap, but not for BRIXPEDITION. Are medkits single or multi-target heal? Single hero. Just so we're clear, I don't want medkits to be available with gems. Definitely focus on the guild shop medkits then. That means they're available for gems, aren't they? That means that, yes, they will be available for gems. That's what that looks like to me. Will unboxed heroes be available via BRIXPEDITION or drops in the Relic store? There's some unboxed heroes moving into other parts of the game starting with this update. Not Scarlet, but not the Relic shop. Which other ones will they be doing? You know what? Hold on. Starting with this update, so I'm thinking maybe the spooky units. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know. How many medkits can we use per fight day week? As many as you have, they're used in between fights in the team selection screen. So maybe if you're like, you know what? I keep dying. I keep losing health. Spend gems on medkits. That's what it's gonna be, isn't it? Spend gems on medkits. Oh my goodness. Anyway, sorry I'm so long-winded. I know that this was already covered. I mean, basically, this is all the stuff from the Discord. I just wanted to snip these different pieces so that anyone that wasn't available for the Discord could get the information if you wanted. This is basically all of the relevant responses from Gameloft. You guys got like basically everything there, and then all of the information that they showed in these screen caps, just in case anyone missed it, in case anyone's curious. Again, I'm not really saying anything that is like my own things that I've created or devised. It's all stuff that's based on what Gameloft said. I'm just relaying information, right? And giving, I guess, my feedback on some of it. So anyway, that's it for this one. Maybe trying to phrase some of it better, but I think I'm just phrasing some of it worse. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry I'm so long-winded. There's a lot of information there. Like, it was over the course of like an hour or two that they were talking about it. So I still recapped it quicker than the conversation in chat. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.